Porch Talks, 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 Porch Talks.
Welcome back to Porch Talks. It's a great day. I'm here with a friend, Chris Lawson. He's from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Hey, he's here in the ATL, and he has some things that he wants to share with us on Porch Talks that I believe will be very beneficial in relation to how fathers can continue to be single fathers and raise young men and children. So, Chris, how's your day going, man?
Pretty good, man.
Cool. That's
I
what's
can't
up.
complain at all.
That's what's up. Cool. Hey, so can you tell us a little bit about being a father?
You know, being a father is a real experience, man. It's different. If you're a young man, being a father is rather difficult. But being a young man, growing into a mature man, and being a father is definitely an experience. Man, you get to enjoy things with your son, as well as kind of still have your youthfulness. You know, so you kind of understand things that he's going through, and not that big of a generational gap. You understand what I'm saying? So, for me, it's a real experience.
Awesome. So when you're raising your father, what are some moments like that are very important when you're raising your son? Excuse me. What are some moments that are very important in your life that are intimate that you guys share that really you could give to the people who are viewing Porch Talks some ideas of what they can do with their young people?
Well, you know, you really need to put in time. If you don't have that time, if there's distance involved, you still need to have that communication. You know, take time to really listen to your children. You know, especially young sons. You know, young men today, black men. You know, with that being said, like you really have to know how to be a leader, as well as know how to talk to them in a way that they can understand where you're coming from, and you can understand where they're coming from, because at the same time they are children. You know, if like I say, if there is a distance involved, you need to try to have the best communication as possible with your child, because there's nothing wrong with, I say, another figure, father figure, who, you know, whoever it may be, coming into your child's life, but you still want to be able to have that first shot. And giving it up, it's hard to get it back later on. So you want to make a habit of trying to do as much as you can, despite the mothers, despite the grandparents, or despite, you know, the system, the powers that be, you know, your situation, whatever it may be. You still have to do your best and doing the best that you can. If it's 5 days a week talking to them, if it's 20 minutes, if that's all you can give, make sure you do that. You know, don't just not do nothing, because that's one of the worst things you could do. It didn't happen to me. I came up in a single parent household, but my dad never gave up on me. He may not have been there per se, because, you know, he wasn't married to my mom, so he wasn't there no more. But he never gave up. I got 18 years later, when I finally got that relationship with him, I saw he never gave up, you know. So I try to make it my business, because I'm in a similar situation with my son not living with me. I have to do everything that I can do to be able to raise him the best that I can do, show him morals and values from a distance. But when I can put in time with him and go, I go in, man. I go hard.
That's awesome. So for the fathers or even mothers or people who are raising their single parents in their home, like what are some things that you could give them, some techniques, some motivational, because there's somebody out there who's viewing Porch Talks who's about to give up. You know what I'm saying? They done tried, they last a little bit, and they need some kind of motivation. They need some help. They need some shoot. Give me something that's gonna push me, you know what I'm saying? So that I can continue to be the single parent that I am, you know what I'm saying? What are some things that you could give them?
Well, it's two different things. It depends on the age group we're talking to now, because like I say, it's a little more difficult being a young parent, because you still want to do things that young people do. Just be real about it. You don't always want to deal with a child, even though you love the child. You don't always want to put up with a child. Sometimes you want to throw them off on the grandparents, or I don't want to say throw them off to make it sound like that, but sometimes you just like, you want to do what young people do. And I was just not giving up and just think like, you made a decision to have a child. You made a decision to go through with your pregnancy, or you made a decision to lay down with a woman to create a child. You got to understand the responsibilities that come with that. And it's nothing to run away from. It's just something to prepare you. It's just a faster transition, because usually men mature to that age around the age of 30, where it's just like, this is what I want to do. I want to have a family. You know, if you get pushed into that at an early age, it can be kind of difficult. But don't give up, because you stick it out, and by the time you get around 30, 31, you're gonna be there. And it's, you know, but as far as single mothers, you know, be it young, old, single fathers, be it young, old, your kid is your motivation, because that's you, you know. Like, you giving up on yourself, then you need to do self-examination. Just be real with yourself. Like, what's wrong with me? Like, it may not be nothing bad wrong, but I still need to examine myself before I call myself leading another life. You know, before I call myself, you know, showing somebody else a path, and I don't even know the path. You know, you have to be real with yourself and figure out whatever your source is to get into that right path. You know, that should be your motivation. It's always light at the end of the tunnel. I'm a living witness. I went through the fire for years and years and years and years, and you know, I still got my son. You know, I still got the relationship in the end. It was hard, but I ain't give up. I'm here.
And Chris, I like that, because that goes back to that time, what you were saying earlier. And like, the more that you spend time with people, the more that relationship builds. I work with young people, youth, and so when you build relationship with young people, they trust you. They will allow you to reach in, and they'll share things with you that you may need to know that'll help them, and you can build that bond and become connected and help each other. Because I believe that it is a reciprocal relationship when you meet people. Yeah. And so, I appreciate that, Chris. Hey, can you tell us how the people can reach you tonight on Porch Talks?
Oh man, you can reach me on @DKid Worldwide, all social networks, @DKID Worldwide, #Life on the Beat, Facebook, Chris Drummer Kid Lawson. I'm there all day, IG all day, Twitter. Holler at me, we here, man. It's music, it's more than music, it's life, man. It's Porch Talk, it's just real, man. We just connecting men, you know what I'm saying? Getting together, locking in, picking each other's brains, spitting it back out to the people, man.
Hey, we're so glad that you tuned in tonight to Porch Talks. I'm your host, Prince Peculiar. Check it out. We want to give a shout out to our sponsors. We want to give a shout out to Part-Time Wealth Creators, LLC. We want to give a shout out to the CEO and founder of Porch Talks, Joe Lewis. We want to give a shout out to Nicole Lewis. We also want to give a shout out to So Smooth Music, which does our music. And hey, they've done a great job. Hey, don't you like it? Porch Talks. Porch Talks. Yeah, you like it. Hey, we're here. Okay, we're here with Chris Lawson. Hey, we want you to have a good night. Take care. I'll let you next time. Peace.